we've had some pretty intense workouts the last 2 days. And we are also kind of like what we chatted about last week. We're trying to establish a culture of winning here, right? And one of the components of winning is the details outside of the gym. We need to be able to come back in the gym at as high or as close to 100% recovered as possible, so that you guys can train at as close to 100% as possible and put in good intensity every single day. That is how we get to our best self, our best competition self, and is how we learn the most about ourselves. So one thing that we've been seeing that you guys can do a much better job of is cool downs. So yesterday, for example, we had about 45 minutes afterwards that we were just kind of shooting the shit, standing around, talking, etc. Double up on something. Go get on a bike. I know it was raining yesterday, but go for a walk. Get on a foam roller next to somebody. Try and alleviate all that tension from your body that you just built up, or get as close to possible as alleviating it. And there's a lot of things that you guys can just kind of like stack on top of that social interaction that you guys are having, right? That cool down is super important to feeling recovered for the next day, especially for those of you that went to the track and maybe haven't ran in a while. We did a lot of bounding yesterday with the burpee box jumps, so making sure that you're addressing your calves and your legs with a foam roller or flushing them on a bike is super important. The next thing is a nighttime routine. So sleep is non-negotiable if you guys are trying to achieve greatness, okay? You have to be in bed 8 hours, sleeping for 8 hours, minimum. And that's a minimum. It should be closer to 9.5. I understand that life is chaotic and that you can't always do that, and or your schedules don't allow for that, but you are genuinely blunting your ability to adapt to things and blunting your progress in the sport, increasing risk for injury if you are not sleeping minimum 8 hours a night. And that is like a non-negotiable. You will not find any literature, scientific studies, anything that tells you otherwise. I know minus the fact that there is less than 1% of people who have a weird ass fucking gene that can sleep 4 hours a night, but I can guarantee you that none of you are those people. So make sure 8 hours minimum. Having a nighttime routine will get you relaxed and sleeping sooner, so that can kind of expedite the process, especially when we're training hard. We get our central nervous systems ramped up. Bringing yourself back down with some sort of nighttime routine, whether that be an Epsom salt bath, making sure you're taking magnesium at night, some sort of meditation, stretching, foam rolling. And this doesn't have to be an extended thing where it's like, oh, I'm doing an hour's worth of shit before I go to bed. You can bring that down into a 10 to 15 minute routine before you get into bed. Let's say maybe you brush your teeth and then you go meditate. You brush your teeth, you go foam roll. Maybe you take a shower before bed, you go shower, foam roll, bed. It can be something super quick and efficient that will help you just calm down and relax and get you into sleep and sleeping faster. Big thing though is try and stay off your phones. Those things will suck your time. They'll suck your energy. Blue light is awful for you. I'm guessing that almost nobody wears blue blockers in here, even though we've talked a lot about it. Yeah, same. Blue light is awful for you. It'll keep you up. It'll delay your melatonin production. You're going to go to sleep sooner. So the sooner you can put that phone away, the better your sleep quality is going to be, the faster you're going to be in bed. So those are just some quick sleep hygiene things you guys can do to improve your sleep quality. That is going to lead to way better success inside of the gym, way better adaptation. Next thing, warm-ups. You guys do a pretty good job of this, but we can always kind of like continue to progress and continue to get better at this. One thing I think you guys could do better at, just kind of looking at everything from this week and yesterday and over the past couple months, is just getting your aerobic system more warmed up. So sitting on the machines for longer. And then after you get your aerobic system warmed up, making sure you're prepping the movements, your joints and your tissues for whatever ranges they're going to be working through. And then after that, if you guys have time, working to extend those ranges into new kind of ranges and format, or new ranges or end ranges from there. So I know in our group sessions, we kind of were a little bit rushed. So hitting that aerobic warm up is most important. 5 minutes at minimum for the younger crew. But after kind of like age 26, you need to be on machine for like 10 minutes minimum. And then you're starting to add time after that. Okay. Yeah, I know. Look, that honestly though, like that, if you can start hitting your warm-ups properly when you go to competitions, that is literally a superpower, because you're gonna have a ton of people that go there that have no fucking idea what they're doing warming up, and their warm-up is gonna be the first 2 to 3 minutes of the workout, and now they've accumulated a bunch of fucking lactate that they're trying to get rid of throughout the remainder of the workout. So if you guys warm up properly, your aerobic system's working, and you do the diligent things in the gym now, when you go to competition, that's an extra 2-3% performance increase that you guys have out on the competition floor. As we all know, it's the 1% of shit that makes a difference, right? Yes. So those are some things that we need to start working on in general, guys. I know I just threw a lot at you. If you guys have questions, talk to Griffin, talk to me. Figure out better routines, better systems that you guys can kind of get through things quicker and still have a good product at the end of that. Cool? Sweet.